Big welcome to our first TDK Ventures Portfolio Summit. I know some people are like, wait a second, there was another one before. That was our pilot. And we learned a lot from the pilot. And this time, we want to make it even better. And today is going to be great. But because of that, because it's our 1.0, please do give us feedback afterwards. What we could have done even better and what you wish to see next time. I want to start with the core values of TDK Ventures. Of course, in this room, you all know TDK Ventures, but the core values is everything we strive for. And we call them Code of Conduct, CODE. C is contribution to society, which is everything we do. And you're in this room because you are contributing to society with your projects. This is so important. O is one team reaching for the sky. So you're going to see all of the TDK Ventures team with the same black top, so we are easy to identify. We're here to make sure you have a great day full of synergy explorations, both with TDK, and we have many TDK team members here, including corporate officers, but also across portfolio companies. There are many things that we believe just by you talking, you're going to identify opportunities to partner. D is delivering deep insights. And this is one of our raison d'être at TDK Ventures. We really want to understand what technology, what use case, what new applications are going to change the world and positively contribute to society. So don't hesitate to go deep in the discussions today. And E is entrepreneurs first. This is where we wake up in the morning. We want to make sure that we help entrepreneurs, what we call impact scalers. And the reason we call them impact scalers is because you wake up in the morning wanting to bring positive impact to the world and scale it. We want to help you do that. And entrepreneurs first is really important for us because this is how we make sure that we make you more successful more quickly in any way we can do. And that touches on what we call TDK goodness. And I think you've heard it many times, but TDK goodness is when we help you to be more successful as validated by you. Not what we think is useful for you, but what you say is useful for you. Just so that you know, we have invested in 32 companies. 4 have already exited, so 1 IPO and 3 M&A. And out of 28 active portfolio, 21 of you today with us, which is truly humbling and delightful. So thank you all for coming this morning. And I want to say thank you also for those who are coming from far. So we have portfolio companies from Singapore, from Bangalore, from Estonia, from Canada, and of course the US. So thank you for making the journey to join us. I think the important concept also is equal win. And this is part of Entrepreneurs First and TDK Goodness. But what we are trying to do is to find these engagements that are very meaningful on both sides. And many times when people talk about win-win, in reality, it's a small win and a big win. One side gets much more than the other. And it sounds good for whoever gets a big win, but 2 years later, whoever got the small win will move away, and whoever thought they would get the big win gets nothing. And so we are very focused, especially the engagement team, but also our investment team, to go for this equal win, where it's valuable for both sides. And that's how we create sustainable partnership. And that comes to the fabric of TDK. It's all about long-term partnership. So what we are hoping to do here is to build today, and of course the days to come, these long-term partnerships where we together create more value and go back to this contribution to society. So today I'm really glad we have some of our corporate officers from TDK. They, of course, are ideal for all of our portfolio companies to engage because they have a really good view about not just what we do today, but where we want to go in the future. And so if your roadmap intersects this wish to go in the future for TDK, this is where we can create these equal win partnerships. I want to give a special thank you to my team. They've been wonderful preparing this summit, but in particular, Gita and Tao have been just wonderful interacting with all of you. So a big thank you. And they're part of the engagement team. And the engagement team Many corporate VCs call them business development team. We're not here to develop business. We are here to build this equal win engagement that will bring value to both sides. And so I really want you to understand that the engagement team is here to make sure that you know who to connect in TDK. And you can get really good engagements. But again, this is not just engaging with TDK that we want to do. We also want to bring more value between portfolio companies. So please do not hesitate to mingle at lunch today so that you know we are going to make sure that you are shuffled around. And it seems random. It's not random. It's been very well thought out. Now I've got your curiosity going, right? And the last thing I want to say, and this is the introduction to the next presentation, is a scaling team. And the scaling team is all about helping you scale. Back to this impact scaler concept. We have a scaling team that's here to really help you along the way. And we know that starting, especially we invest in early stage, sometimes starting is very, very hard. And some of that TDK goodness comes from our scaling team, which is all about helping you to scale, which is actually not related to DK. It's related to your own journey. And so with that, I want to introduce my scaling team. And Jason, who's smiling away, will be the first to come. Jason, yours. Thank you, everyone.
Good morning. Thank you. So we wanted to introduce our scaling team. Scaling team is a really important benefit that TDK Ventures offers to our portfolio companies. And this is smaller companies with a great technology and ready to scale and get to the next level. Some areas that we can help with: human resources, marketing, legal, finance, recruitment. These are areas that we have found through our NPS surveys that have been a need for some of our portfolio companies. We really want to ensure that you have what you need to be able to scale and get to that next level. So I'm Jason DeSoto, Human Resources Principal at TDK Ventures, and I help with HR strategy, people strategy, any of those fundamental things that needed to get the team going and scale to that next level. Also working on the recruiting side, helping to establish good recruitment strategies, things like that. And so we really want to make sure that from a people perspective, you have what you need and you know how to get to that next level. I'll go ahead and introduce our next scaling team member, Bill.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Bill Graves. I'm the legal principal at TDK Ventures. Generally handling all things legal. I am the one negotiating financing documents and looking at your diligence. But what I can offer to you as our portfolio companies is really high-level guidance on how to set up a data room. I can offer training to your board of directors. I can give guidance on disputes with employees or vendors or any kind of a commercial relationship at a high level. I can make introductions to many folks in my network that could potentially help you, especially along the lines of investment banking, legal, obviously, accounting, insurance. If any of those things are of interest to you, please come find me. I'll be here all day, and I will do my best to set you up. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. My name is Robert Porter. I'm the financial principal here at TDK Ventures. I think I've reached out to just about everybody in this room, as I have the fortunate task of touching base with all of our companies on their financial statements and their reporting. But some of the other things that I can offer, I have an extensive background in different manufacturing roles, all in the accounting and finance arenas. So if there's anything that I can assist with as far as accounting, banking, non-dilutive financing, anything in those areas, please feel free to reach out, and I'd be more than happy to help as any way I can, make referrals, give some suggestions, even if it's reviewing some proposals or offers that you've received and maybe give some feedback. So welcome to everybody, and thank you very much.
All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Kareem Fahmy, and I'm the ecosystem principal here with the scaling team. For some of maybe the people around my age, Kareem just like the basketball player, except as I say, I'm not as tall or talented. Two things I would say are takeaways as far as how I can help you. One is I'm building networks of corporates, executives, and partners that are beneficial for our companies. And I'm doing that via the two big marquee events that we host annually. One is the DX Week, and the other one is DX Week, Digital Transformation. And the second one is Energy Week that's coming up in about 3 weeks in London. So I'm building these networks of relevant corporates and partners that will be useful for you to get to know. And then number two, if you need assistance, this is my third corporate venture group that I'm with. I've been doing this for about 15 years. I have an extensive network of folks that I can connect you to. Before that, I did sales and marketing. So if you need some help and some advice on how to improve your go-to-market motion, how to get in front of some relevant potential customers, and some of the companies here I'm already doing this with. I'd love to hear from you, and I'm more than happy to assist. The other thing I will also say, I think there's a next slide. I don't want to take up too much time, but as an example, we as in TDK Ventures are putting together a strategy for our various events that we join as part of the overall TDK ecosystem. And my colleague who's in Japan, who's not here with us today, Chiaki, is helped put it together the next, as Nicola said, the 1.0 version of our presence at Technoforum. The information on here is, we're happy to get into more details, but essentially these are the top customers and clients for TDK Corporate that will be invited to attend a 3-day event in Tokyo, in Japan, late November, early December. So if any of you from the portfolio side are interested to get your information in front of these prospective clients and customers, we'd love to hear from you. I'm going to be around all day and into the dinner as well. And if this is something you want to partake and be part of, please let me know. We're happy to get that information collated and put forward in front of all these prospective targets that you might want to get information to. So with that, I think the next person that was going to take over is Geeta. So I'm going to turn it over to Geeta. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kareem. Thank you all so much for being here. We are very happy and privileged to have 21 of our portfolio companies, along with TDK teams and TDK senior leadership, be here at this portfolio summit. As Nicola mentioned, our portfolio companies originate from around the globe. Similarly, our TDK business groups are spread over around the globe. And for our portfolio companies, your first touch point with TDK Ventures is through our investment team members. And you are quite familiar with TDK Ventures by the time the startup has become a portfolio. But once you come on into our fold as a portfolio, that's when you start engaging with the engagement team members, which consists of me, Geeta Dolakia, as the portfolio program manager, Thao, portfolio program associate, if you could put your hands up. Yes. And we have a colleague, Chiaki Yoshikawa in Japan, who's a startup liaison. And the three of us enable collaborations between our portfolio companies and our global TDK business groups. For that, we need to understand your technologies. We need to have face-to-face conversations to get into the depths of your technologies. And just as you are working at the cutting edge of technology, so are our TDK business groups. And each business group has their own R&D divisions. So our goal for this portfolio summit is to ensure that you engage with our TDK team members here. We have the senior leadership here. Talk to them, just like Nicola mentioned, not just about the current business strategy, the components that you can use, but also think of the long term as to how you can engage together and go forward together and be better together as a team. We do track our engagements with our portfolios. We have 32 portfolios to date. And we have over 100 engagements between our portfolios and different TDK, more than 40 TDK business groups. And we are hoping that this portfolio summit will enable you to share your knowledge, share your insights, and continue this journey forward. Having said that, we also realized as our portfolios kept expanding that you are working in the same deep tech ecosystem, and so there is a big possibility for you to share knowledge with each other. You face similar challenges in wanting to scale, in wanting to capture the market. So you can help each other, and so for the curated lunch seating, we have kind of made sure that interested parties are put together, and please take the conversations forward during that time, as well as during the next, the last part of the event, which is the unstructured networking. With that, I do want to point out to Thao. Can we have the agenda on the screen? So as the agenda comes up, I want to point out to Thao, to Selena, to Jason, and Joanne. I don't know if she's outside. But if you have any needs during the course of the day, please contact any of us with TDK Ventures shirts, and in particular, the folks that are here. Thank you so much.